So let us continue with our correction. Section 1 is completed. For that I have taken two videos, Section 2, I will try to finish it off in one single video. Question 5a. Derive the relation between SI and CGS units of work. You know that SI unit of work is joule and CGS unit of work is erg. Here, okay. Yes, it is correct. So 2 marks. Second part of the question. A force acts on a body and displaces it by a distance s in a direction at an angle theta with the direction of force. What is the value of theta if the work done by the force is 0? Okay, here is the answer. That is 1 mark. On what factor does the position of center of gravity of a body depends? Here is the answer. Shape of the body. Yes, that is correct. You can write either shape of the body or distribution of mass of the body. But don't write shape and size of the body. Where is the center of gravity of a uniform rod situated? At the midpoint. At the midpoint of the rod, that is enough in fact. Next, if the above rod is bent to form a ring, does the position of center of gravity change? Yes. Okay, 3 marks. Now, question C. A meter roll of weight 1.2 Newton is balanced horizontally at its 40.0 centimeter mark when a force F is applied. 1. Find the minimum possible value of F. Draw a diagram of the arrangement showing the direction of force F. State the principle that helped you to find the value of F. So, okay, let us see the response. Here the child has responded C2 first, C2. But this is not the expected diagram. I have explained this answer in one of my other videos. I will share the link of that video in the description box. This diagram is wrong and this response is also wrong. State the principle that helped you to find the value of F. The child has written, when the perpendicular distance of line of action of force from the axis of rotation is maximum, force required to produce same torque is minimum. This is not the principle actually. So this one is a wrong response. So for question number 5, child gets 6 marks. Next, question number 6. Question is here. A1. How does the lateral displacement caused by rectangular glass slab change with the increase in angle of incidence? Lateral displacement increases with the increase in the angle of incidence. Okay. Next, how does the angle of deviation formed by a prism change with the increase in angle of incidence? The angle of deviation of the prism firstly decreases with the increase in angle of incidence till it reaches a minimum value. Then, on further increase of angle of incidence, the angle of deviation also increases. That is correct. Third part of the question. A lens produces a virtual image between the object and the lens. Name the lens. Concave lens. Okay, 3 marks. Question B. 3 rays. One is directed towards optic center, second one directed towards focus, and the third one parallel to the principal axis. From the head of an object fall on a convex lens as shown in the diagram. Copy the diagram and trace the paths of refracted rays. So, okay, here the first ray that is directed towards optical center passes without deviation, correct, 1 mark, and the next 1 mark is to draw the other rays correctly, but the refracted ray for the second ray is not correct. So only 1 mark here, and question continues. Where will the image be formed in this case? Image will be formed at infinity, that is correct, so 2 marks. And third part of the question, that is C. And block and tackle system has velocity ratio 3. How many strands of the rope are supporting the load? Here is the answer. 3 strands are there. Okay. If the pulley system raises a load of 900 Newton by an effort of 400 Newton, what is its efficiency? Efficiency is mechanical advantage by velocity ratio. Mechanical advantage means load by effort. Okay. Velocity ratio is 3, that is given in the question. Substituted correctly, so mark is for the substitution. And efficiency is calculated, it comes to be 0.75. So here 1, 2, 3, okay, and one more part is there for the question, that is, suggest one way other than reducing friction to increase the efficiency of the block and tackle system. Reduce the weight of the movable block. Okay, so 4 marks. So for question number 6, child gets let us mention the mark here. Question number 7a. 1. What do you mean by calorimetry? Name the quantity that determines the direction of flow of heat. A liquid of very high specific capacity is used in car radiators. Name the liquid. Let us see the responses. Yes, calorimetry is the measurement of heat. Okay, calorimetry means measurement of heat. Quantity that determines the direction of flow of heat is temperature, and the liquid used in car radiators is water. Okay. An iron ball of mass 1.1 kilogram is heated. It is found that its temperature increases by 10 degrees Celsius. What is the corresponding rise in temperature on Kelvin scale? On Kelvin scale also rise in temperature will be the same. Yes, 10 Kelvin. And question continues. If the iron ball takes 5000 joule of heat for the above set rise in temperature, calculate its heat capacity in joule per Kelvin. Question is to find heat capacity. So heat capacity is equal to heat supplied divided by rise in temperature, that is 5000 joule divided by rise in temperature is 10 Kelvin. So the answer could have been 500 joule per Kelvin. But the child has found this specific heat capacity first, then calculated heat capacity. Okay. Next is to calculate this specific heat capacity, and child has calculated that. and answer is 454.5 joule per kilogram per Kelvin, and it has returned correct to two significant figures, 4.5 into 10 squared joule per kilogram per Kelvin. Again, this specific capacity is nothing but heat capacity divided by mass. So it is 500 joule per Kelvin divided by 1.1 kilogram. On simplifying, you would get the same answer, 454.5 joule per kilogram per Kelvin. Well, it is correct anyway, 3 marks. Now, see, of the 3 connecting wires in a household circuit, which 2 wires are at the same potential? Here is the answer, neutral wire and live wire. That's a wrong response. Actually, live wire has a potential of 220 volts, neutral wire 0 volt. That is why there is a potential difference of 220 volt, isn't it? And earth wire, that is also of 0 volt. So the expected answer is neutral wire and earth wire. What quantity is measured by the unit kVA? So here kVA, this K stands for kilo, V for volt, and A for ampere. Well, kilovolt, that is the unit of potential difference, and ampere, that is the unit of current. You know, the product of potential difference and current, that is VI, is equal to power. So this is nothing but electric power. So the expected answer is electric power. Okay, child has written power, we can accept that. Calculate the electrical energy consumed in commercial unit by 100 watt bulb and a 1500 watt electric heater connected in parallel in 15 minutes. Here this 100 watt bulb and 1500 watt electric heater are connected in parallel. So total power is equal to 100 watt plus 1500 watt, that's equal to 1600 watt, that is nothing but 1.6 kilowatt. So we need the response in kilowatt hour. Okay, time is given 15 minutes. So time is equal to 15 minutes. That is nothing but 15 divided by 60 hours. That is 1/4 hours. Well, so energy consumed is equal to power in kilowatt multiplied by time in hour, that's equal to 1.6 kilowatt multiplied by 1/4 hour, that's equal to 0.4 kilowatt hour. This is the expected answer. Let us see. Okay, here the child has calculated the same thing. Final answer is correct, and the method is also correct, but only one thing, instead of doing this way, The child has calculated the electrical energy consumed separately and added it up. Okay, 3 marks for this part of the question. And our question number 7, the child gets 9 marks. Next, child has not attempted question 8, and the child has gone for question 9. Okay, kinetic energy of the metallic bob of mass 0.4 kilogram of an oscillating simple pendulum at the lowest position is 0.2 joule. What will be 1, the velocity, and 2, potential energy of the bob at the extreme position? So, kinetic energy at the lowest position, okay, 0.2 joule given in the question. Velocity of the bob at the extreme position is 0, that is correct. At the extreme position, simple pendulum is at rest. Potential energy of the bob at the extreme position is equal to kinetic energy of the bob at the lowest position. Okay, child has successfully used that conservation of mechanical energy in the case of oscillating pendulum. Now, second part of the question, find the maximum vertical height through which the bob is raised. Potential energy at the extreme position 0.2 joule. Okay, and child has substituted here mgh, which represents maximum height, and it is calculated. So, here is the answer, 0.05 meter. That is correct. 3 marks. Next question. A mixture of radioactive source taken in a lead box with a cavity emits alpha, beta, and gamma radiations. Draw a diagram to show the deflection of these radiations in an electric field. Gamma radiations goes without deviation in the electric field. Okay, and alpha radiations bend towards negative plate and beta radiations bend towards positive plate. An atomic nucleus X is composed of 84 protons and 125 neutrons. X undergoes alpha decay and is transformed into nucleus Y. What will be the composition of Y? Okay, C2 is written first, and then only child has come back to this C1. Okay, question number 2. Write the above nuclear change in the form of an equation. 84 protons are there, that means atomic number is 84 and mass number is calculated. So this one is correct, and then calculated that composition also, number of protons and the number of neutrons written correctly, 1 mark. Question continues. The nucleus Y emits beta particle to change into Z. What is the general name of Z with respect to Y? It's okay. Actually, Z is the isobar of Y. Well, and now last part. Does the composition of nucleus Z change if it emits gamma radiations? No. Yes. So here 4 marks. So question number 9, 10 marks. Okay, here child has attempted one more question, that is question number 8. So let us go for that. When an excited tuning fork A is held over an air column of given length a very feeble sound is heard, but when another equally excited tuning fork B is held over the air column, a loud sound is heard. What kind of vibration is executed by the air column? You know that the vibration executed by the air column is nothing but forced vibration, correct? How does a loud sound occur in the case of B? What do you call this phenomenon? A loud sound occurs in the case B because the natural frequency of the air column is equal to the frequency of the tuning fork B. Thus, resonance takes place and the air column starts vibrating with large amplitude. Since loudness is directly proportional to square of amplitude, a loud sound is heard. Okay. Name of the phenomenon is written mentioned here, that is resonance. So 3 marks. Now 8b. What is the working principle of sonar? Sonar works on the principle of echoes. Okay. Or you can write sonar works on the principle of reflection of sound. Name the waves used for echo depth sounding. Ultrasonic waves. Are the waves mentioned by you audible to us? No. Okay. Then, here is the question. A, B and C are 3 ammeters. All the ammeters have negligible resistance. The ammeter C reads 0.5 ampere. Calculate the readings in the ammeter A and B. The total resistance of the circuit. Let us see. So the child has assumed the current through 6 ohm resistor. Current through 6 ohm resistor is assumed as I. Then current through 3 ohm resistor will be 0.5 minus I. And child has written here potential difference across 6 ohm resistor is equal to potential difference across 3 ohm resistor. Potential difference is current into resistance. Okay, substitution is correct. And the value of I, that is reading of ammeter A, is calculated, but child has not written here unit is missing, so mark cannot be awarded. Now reading in ammeter B is equal to 0.5 minus 1 by 6. 0.5 is the current drawn from the cell, and 1 by 6, that is the reading of ammeter A. Yes, and the child has subtracted successfully, and the answer is there, 0.33 ampere. But unit is not mentioned. We are giving mark because this lack of unit is already penalized here. So the second part of the question is the total resistance of the circuit, and that's equal to this voltage divided by current drawn from the cell, that is 2 divided by 0.5, and here it is 4 ohm. Okay, so one question is extra, so we will take the best 4 responses. This is not done, so here it will be 37, and the total is 75.